idea for us is the car with the product behind it.
I'm gonna get him. They're not gonna hurt anybody, but people get upset. They're not gonna fight.
What are they, carpenter piece?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You really have to make them mad.
The females sting, the males they can't.
Pain in that, you know what?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and the males are the ones that come hover right in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just take a tennis racket and some Raid and go get them.
Well, what I'm gonna do is after the summer, I'm gonna take this mailbox down and check. I think it's hung in the wood.
They'll burrow it. The females will burrow in 1 inch, do a 90-degree angle, and go on up or down or through, and that's where they lay their eggs in a good foot or so.
I'm sorry, hi Chris.
Gotta powder them.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Do you still, you know the Mustang one that he did for the trailer? Yeah. Do you still, I don't know if you still have it on your system or not.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need to have you heard it that call.
Right.
We have all day.
Right. That's why I'm taking
I have a trailer I want to do
Okay.
in this place.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not the color that I want to use on that. Well, I mean, if you want to put an altar, I can alter it.
We've got 50 of one. You're like, oh, you're lucky to find one or one.
Right.
If not, I don't worry about it. See, I have one white. Ooh, I don't have a blue trailer. I know it's a lot. But every time you do home,
Yeah, I don't know if I have it with me, but I think
of course.
yeah. So,
Did you want it for today or tomorrow? Oh, okay. No, if you had it, I'd like to get it home tomorrow, but I'm not gonna push you, you know what I mean?
well, I might, depending on what the weather is, usually tomorrow.
It's going, look, it's gonna be just like this tomorrow. No, it is, keep saying, it's gonna be like this tomorrow, you should.
We actually need the rain with all the fires we've been having around here.
If not, tomorrow it's gonna be a cotton picking mess.
Where would the car show be?
In the grass over here.
Oh, not up at the boulevard there? Okay.
No. This was something he was gonna do for, the first time he was gonna have a show, I was gonna have a DJ, there's 2 food trucks are supposed to come. I'm hoping the one still comes.
Yeah.
But she does all breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But if we don't have it tomorrow, I'm gonna be a very upset person. This is something I wanted to try. Last weekend,
Mm-hmm.
Mustang Day Cruise, really nice. We drove through Delaware, and down to Louis, and we took my wife and I took the Ferrari back across.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Oh, it was just, it got a little choppy when we were out further in the day, but it was just a nice day.
Good afternoon. So that's the car show? The Nissan
No,
Altima?
that wasn't gonna be
I'm
Lamar.
joking.
That wasn't gonna be a Lamar, and now I'm not sure what's gonna happen.
How you doing? My name's John.
I'm Charlie.
Charlie, how are you?
Well, he had an emergency, so he's not here at this present time.
Okay.
He'll be back. When? I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
But he had a
Yeah, okay.
let me get on your way.
Oh, we're good. I'm gonna start down here and work my way around. How are you?
I'm doing well. in the tire, I had a nice thing to say about you the other night.
Oh yeah, how is Ben?
Anything for sale or?
Yes, there's, you see in there in the center, all up at the very top,
Okay.
there's stuff for sale, and there's stuff on the floor for sale,
Okay.
and stuff up there that, you know, I was supposed to put away, but people were looking at, so.
I'm just wondering if that might be smart while the
Yeah, before
selection
the.
is.
And I gotta put all those cards out, and then, no.
My wife Jody says I should look at the stuff for sale first. Is that
Just because the selection be
All
best,
over.
Good old Jody. What can I say?
I'm a shopper.
Nothing wrong with
I
that,
gotta
dear.
go at the beginning.
Oh, so of course. But anyhow, I started to say that, you know, he was talking about cars for him and cars for them. I said, yes, it's a gentleman. Hey, I know Shiz.
I've only met him one time.
And you did, you know, of course you did some, whether you knew it or not. And you did some of the Camaros for the Camaro gathering, and you did some for the Avenue Cruise.
Oh yeah.
And the Vineland, you gave some to the cars for the
Yeah,
police. If you had to remember, how long were you doing that?
44 years.
So you remember every car that was made.
Well,
You know what I mean?
in fairness, we only been doing the premium models for about 35 years.
Still.
But when I closed the shop, that was on the 44th year.
You couldn't.
But I do. I mean, people have done that. You know.
I don't you remember me?
Yeah,
There you go.
Hey, it just worked for me about 6-7 years ago. Would you still have your artwork?
Well, you did you did our wedding card when the other guy was living there, or working. I kept some.
Wow, that was a while ago.
I kept some stuff.
Who, Rich?
Yeah, well, you know who he drugged into that, don't you? You're standing here looking at
Oh
it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it got. Well, I'm just gonna say this, it got real bad.
Well,
That son of a
we've
gun
we've had some people come.
pulled me in.
We've had some issues at my shop too. Because I had people.
I mean, I've gotten some cars in there, and I asked him and some of the blister packs. Some of the blister packs.
Morning. Hello.
Morning.
How are you? Hi.
Let me get out of the way. Did you come to see the cars? Okay. There's between 55 and 65,000 items here. Cars, trucks, boats.
You gotta remember every
Planes,
one of them before you
Zambonis.
do it, too.
We even have the little capsule that they went up and flew the people. They got 2 astronauts from the space station. Wow. One of those here too.
Still got a lot more museums to look at.
It starts at 1 at the top and goes down and comes back up. Number 1 to start the one of the earliest, and as you go down, you see the different cars as they go up. And
This is by year, or by when they were issued.
Yeah, well, it's not when they were issued, it's by, most of the ones in here are by year, so you see that's 1969. And if you look over here, number 2, there is that would be the one that went with this.
Oh.
Okay. You'd think every one of these are the same, there's not. You see the interiors are different.
This is incredible.
The lights could be different, the tempo could be different. The bases could be different. So that's why you look at them and say, wow, how come there's the same car? Unless you take
It's
them
one
out
of
and
my
actually
most
look at 'em.
expensive
Like I know, number 8 's a
Matchboxes
Mustang,
I
and it's a
have
pink Mustang.
is the
There's one
fastback.
in there that's got a green base.
The only ones I got are the ones my brother played in the sand.
They didn't like waste.
Yep.
So they, if they were painting
Wheels
the
are all
car,
off,
they
they're
color
all
green. So
they
they
like
throw the bases up there.
tried to
and
salvage
finish up
some
the
of
green.
them.
And
Hot Wheels.
I just gotta
okay,
make sure
if
people
they were
see the
black,
depth
then
of
black.
how many he has.
There's,
Oh,
like I said, they go.
Well,
by-
there's
they start
multiple
at
ones of the same
69,
model too.
And as
That's
they go up, you can see the difference in the cars, and these are a little, you know, they start a little later, and then like these are present day cars. They would have been within the last 5 years. Or so. Yeah, we just put 900 plus cars in my life. Took us on and off about almost 2 months.
I have one of these in between all these 4 cars right here. One of them.
So even these are all
Yes, there's something different about. There could even be
I
the
don't see the
base
color here, but
Yeah, and that even could be the base. It even could be the base.
okay. Oh yeah, I see that now.
And most of the cars you see are heading this way. There'll be a few that are heading the wrong way because could have been something like a trailer, the doors opened, or like
Okay.
that. Down where that gentleman, the other gentleman's standing, there's a street rod. It's a red primer street rod. On this side, the door says one thing. On the other side, it says the other. So my wife found it, and so I said, put it in backwards.
Run it backwards.
That way you can see the difference.
Yeah.
Because you put them in, you put 2 of them in there, you're going to say, well, they look the same. What's the
Yeah.
difference? So we wrapped them around.
Good thinking.
It could be the tampos are a little bit different. They could have moved them a little bit, or the ink was running out. We got some of them.
Yeah, many things
The
you never
ink-
know, I guess.
The inks are lighter. Oh yeah, I've learned a lot.
One just sitting on, there's one car just sitting on the ledge right here.
Oh, that's one that couldn't go in.
Wow.
Do you like Chevy Impala?
what year?
You like
I don't know. I don't even know what it is.
73 Chevy
I
Impala.
like a lot of the
Okay.
60s.
That's a cool car.
Yes, I forgot to move it. I thought you liked the most.
73 was a cool year. Remember I showed you my sister's, one was like her Camaro. That was a 73.
Let's see, 73,
I don't remember.
71, there's a 69, there's 71,
Yeah.
and there's a later. I know there's the 71, 69, 71, and there's some laters, don't ask me what years they are.
There were some cool years.
Can you actually buy cars here?
Yes, sir, there is a little spot in here to buy cars. I know you're older. Usually I don't tell adults or anything that, because as soon as you say, there's things for sale, the
No.
ears hear that, and they go running to stuff for sale.
We came prepared.
Sometimes the father or the grandfather, whatever it is, wants to look at the cars first.
Yeah.
Well, I have over 134 cars. I took them. I have like a little city. And I took them all out and I counted them, and then I got more.
And how old are you?
8.
8. Well, by the time you're 80, you'll have so many cars you don't want to do it. No, I'm not that age, but I'm 65, and I have cars that my wife tells me stop bringing cars home, and then she says, "Oh, you have this one?"
At least.
Is there an amusement or
This is so
Commission?
cool.
No, sir. We take a donation.
And where do you take that?
Oh, the
There's
Matchbox
a little
pencil.
donation thing
Oh,
inside.
there's a
on
Matchbox
that.
pencil. That's crazy.
Well, when Matchbox was owned by Tyco made Shore Metals, and then it went to Tyco. They made trains and slot cars and all that stuff. So that's why you see some of took some of that from the Tyco line, because they were trying to keep Matchbox alive before they went under.
Okay.
And the final rough patch happened in the mid-90s, and that's when Mattel bought them, and it's owned by Mattel, who makes Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
These were all your, like your McDonald's, your Burger King,
Giveaways,
stuff-
yeah.
Stuff you sent away for, I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure you remember doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, post,
You see the,
cereal box style.
well, you see the cereal box here, it says Frosties. Well, that's from across the pond. They're from England stuff, that's why,
Okay.
that's why it says Frosties and not Frosted Flakes.
Mm-hmm.
I see some of these over here. I have a different one of these. One of
This looks like a good day, huh? Yeah. Look at
whoa, Matchbox shirt and everything.
old stuff.
I have a few,
There's a Matchbox
but my
sign.
brother
There's
played
a
with them in the
Matchbox
sand.
sign.
It seems like everybody had a few, and it's really funny.
I got into the Hot Wheels, but that was Yeah,
Yeah.
back when Kings was here
So come here.
and two guys.
See the boxes? of cereal?
68 when,
Like,
Yeah, well, that's,
Wait,
They
you
would
can
have-
find those
I'm
toys
65,
inside.
so that's
they
when I
would
was
have a
buying.
coupon. See it down the bottom? It's yellow. You fill it out. And you might send like $1 or $2 to the company.
I salvaged a
and they
few
send
of
that
them.
to
They're
you.
still
Then you buy.
got them in a toolbox
Sounds cool.
with the
There's, like,
individual little, you know, compartments.
I was a boy. I'm a boy. So I played with mine. My sister played with mine and kept hers for Stan.
He was going to do something for his
I know.
daughter, so he had some checks redeposited in the bank.
Didn't
He had
this
one
used to be up
iPod,
Weymouth
he had his
Road?
phone.
Sorry?
So
The
we
Matchbox,
knew where the
didn't it
car
start up
was.
at Weymouth
And
Road
we
near
called
Petrongo's?
said the only person that could come
I thought there was
pick us
one up there for a while, near Petrongo's
Not that I
farm.
know of.
Oh, okay.
He had his wallet in there, because I
He's
think it
been
fell
here
out
for-
from the accident, which had,
40 years he's been here.
Okay.
and what a thing, so his
Uh,
other daughter called
I
the insurance
did have a
company
couple that were made in
and said,
England.
England, yes.
Yeah, because that's
They're-
my
yes, they're in
age,
the-
you
They're
know.
in the other room if you go.
Yeah.
"Give me
And this
24
room is
hours
straight
to
back.
go
Well, like I said,
get
I'm
these,
doing
we're
a
gonna go get
one time through, and then I'm going to take my time.
Sure enough,
But I'm taking a lot of pictures, so when I get
You
home,
see,
I guess the car was totaled. I guess the insurance company was like, I'll give you the money now.
that was England.
I get
was
it.
done by mistake. That made it,
I wasn't. I'm sorry. I wasn't.
that made it through QC.
That probably makes it more collectible.
Everything's always used.
Towing companies are doing pretty good for themselves. I mean, in my town,
Oh, look at
I
that.
am not, I'm a school bus driver.
There's a car.
I am not kidding you. We can call in because we see
Only-
we can call in 4 to 5 accidents a day. And that's in our school train. That's a lot of accidents.
Actually, there was trains.
Don't worry, you figure at least there's 2 vehicles getting towed. Towing is probably at least $300.
That's awesome.
I mean, I get it, but you're going through enough now you're making it harder. Well, our concern what they did was the checks that were being deposited in the bank. That was the concern with it, But anyway, my cousin came down the next day.
Yeah.
They make it.
Huh.
I'll have that one.
Yeah.
It's fine. I have so many. So many. You have to have a GPS. Oh, it's that one. You guys did have that one. Well, I took I've seen that one.
No, equipment.
I have one of these.
When you get around here, those 2 yellow cases over there, they're all pre-production stuff. You'll see the car kit oil. Doors.
I've never seen those.
Actually, no, you got that one.
Not a tree.
Well, you got me a bucket truck. That's
Yeah.
Yeah. But if it was down, you were looking like that, you wouldn't know. See, this is great.
crazy stuff here.
So then they would get the details. There's no problem. And they look at the details.
I guess I like work on it.
Well, yeah. And it's, some of them now have some cases,
Sales.
everything. Like yesterday, we showed me farm bases.
I don't know. I don't know.
Very. Well, see, that right
Oh, look at
there
this.
is
I love
the
this one.
agreement between
I like that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think the guy in New York has. You got that one or something.
Who knows which one of these you have? There's so many of them. Which one do you have?
I know. I used to have one of those Phillies with
You gave it to me.
some little kid came in.
Oh, look at this one. That one's so cool. That's so cool. Such cool stuff here, man. Wait. Have something just like that. Yeah, I think this one is missing a part, and if it had that part,